Hi and welcome. Today we're going to take a look at some of the best games created in the Unity game engine, along with the most influential games that really put Unity on the map. At the end, we'll also take a look at some games currently in development using Unity that you should keep on your radar. And so, without further ado, let's dive in. First up, we have Hollow Knight. In this Metroidvania-style 2D platformer, you control a little bug as you explore an underground city inhabited by bugs. As you fight your way through enemies and bosses, you encounter friends, learn new abilities, and piece by piece discover the tragic fate of the city. Hollow Knight is one of the best games I have played. Ever. I can't believe I'm saying this, but goddammit, it's even better than Super Metroid. The game was initially developed in a game engine called Stencil, but due to limitations, the project was later moved over into Unity. A lot of the art in the game was hand-drawn and scanned into the game. After a successful Kickstarter campaign, they hired Christopher Larkin to compose the score, which is one of the most beautiful video game scores I have ever heard. I still listen to it almost every day at work. While Hollow Knight doesn't showcase any specific features of Unity as a game engine, it does a really great job at proving that a true masterpiece lies in the hands of the developers, not the engine. Next up, we have Inside, which I'm sure you've heard of at this point. But there's a very specific reason why I've included Inside on this list, so hear me out. Inside is a 2.5D side-scroller adventure game that'll take around 2 to 4 hours to complete. We follow an unknown boy's journey from the left side of the screen to the right. The visuals in Inside are absolutely breathtaking. It looks perfect. The guys over at Playdead had source access to the Unity engine and developed their own custom render pipeline to make the visuals of Inside possible. In most games you will see some flicker, ugly lighting, or just some strange artifacts. Not in Inside. The game looks perfect. It's like staring at a beautiful painting that moves. The controls are a bit sluggish, nothing to write home about. It's not very challenging, and the story is abstract and incredibly vague. And yet, Inside is one of those games that really left an impression on me, and a game I will keep coming back to every couple of years. The most amazing part of this game, however, for me, has been the GDC talks that people at Playdead gave. They've taught me so much about shading and lighting and other various tricks used in game development. The videos are on the technical side and can be quite hard to keep up with, but if you have an interest in the subject, you have to watch these videos. I'll include links in the description. Next up, we've got Kerbal Space Program, or KSP. You might have seen some screen grabs of this game and thought, this looks like shit. Yeah, and you would be right, I won't argue with that. But if you have any interest in space travel, engineering, Lego, in fact, if you have any interest at all, play Kerbal Space Program. Once you get past the questionable visuals, an amazing world unfolds that you had no idea existed in this odd-looking game. Once you have done a few of their in-depth tutorials about the game, you will feel like a real rocket engineer. I'm not joking, you'll feel ready to apply to SpaceX after like a week in this game. Okay, I'm joking. But it's amazing how it truly feels real. You actually feel like you're building a rocket and you're going to the moon, because it's so difficult. But it's such an incredible feeling when you actually make it, and then only to realize that you gotta make your way back as well. The world features our entire solar system. You can make satellites, rovers, airplanes, and whatever else you can come up with in your facility. The career mode missions aren't great, to be honest, and the best part is just exploring and making your way further out into the distant places of our solar system. Next up, we've got Firewatch. We take control of Henry, who has taken on a summer job out in the Wyoming wilderness. You have your guard tower, you're alone, your job? Watch for forest fires. Your only companion is Delilah, whom you communicate with through a walkie-talkie. She is in the next guard tower, faintly visible in the horizon. It seems like a normal summer job, but after a while, strange things start to happen.
Wait, you're already there? You're not in your tower?
No, I'm not.
Then who is?
Firewatch was one of the first walking simulators I played. The acting in this game is brilliant. It's really what makes this game shine and stand out above all the rest. I really love the saturated visuals as well, which made this even better for me. The color palette and lighting look superb. While not revolutionary in gameplay nor tech, the narrative is what shines here. It's more like watching a movie that you feel deeply a part of. It's a fairly short game and you can finish it in one evening. This is an excellent title to play in the fall when it's cold outside and you just want something cozy. Campo Santo attended GDC in 2016, bringing an excellent talk on how they created Firewatch. If you're interested, I would highly recommend watching it. They give some pretty straightforward tips and tricks you can directly apply when making your own games. They also talk in depth about how they achieved the unique visuals in the game and how art director Ollie Moss was involved in the process. Subnautica brings something new to the table of survival games: open world underwater. This might seem like a concept which would require its own custom-built engine, yet again, Unity has proven to be up to the task. You're free to explore this vast underwater world, collecting materials and blueprints, allowing you to craft vehicles, weapons, and so on. As you improve your crafting skills, you are able to venture deeper into the unknown. Subnautica is amazing in that it really demonstrates that Unity can be used for so many different types of games. Open world games are very difficult to make and even more difficult if you're relying on a third-party engine. Subnautica really puts the myth that you can't make an open world game in Unity to bed once and for all. Arizona Sunshine is a bit older at this point, but it's still the best VR experience I have had to date. Although that might change as I'm just about to start playing Half-Life Alyx, if I have the guts. Unity was quick to jump onto the VR train, offering support for developers to make VR content very early on. A game like Arizona Sunshine yet again shows the versatility of Unity. Not only is this game running in VR, but you can also play the story mode online with a friend. It is the best co-op experience I have ever had in gaming, I think. Don't quote me on that, but it was brilliant. Seeing your friend run around and scream while zombies are chasing after them is a moment you'll never forget, believe me. Word of warning though, make sure to put on your diapers before you play this game if you're gonna play alone, because you'll definitely need them. Unity can't make realistic graphics. Or so you thought. Escape from Tarkov is a super tactical military sim with a very steep learning curve. It's clear the focus was on creating a realistic experience unlike any other game. Escape from Tarkov is one of the few Unity games that actually is trying to achieve photorealistic graphics. While it's not as successful as, let's say, Battlefield, I think they did a really great job at proving that it's definitely possible to get high-end looking graphics out of Unity. This is a very important game as it completely debunks the stigma that Unity is not meant for AAA quality graphics and shooters in general. Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy is one of my favorite games. It is infuriating, wonderful, funny, and at the same time it's not funny at all. It is truly unique from its core concept to the controls and the quirky visuals. Your goal is simple. Climb to the top of the mountain using only a sledgehammer while sitting in a cast iron pot filled with water. As you do. While not an original idea, Bennett made Getting Over It as a homage to an old title called Sexy Hiking by the mysterious developer known as Jazuo. Bennett made Getting Over It in a very short amount of time and almost all by himself, again showing the power of Unity for solo developers and very small teams. If you have an idea, no money, but a lot of passion, Unity can be the difference between a dream and reality. Bennett has also given some really great GDC talks on designing physics-based games, which I highly recommend you watch. Next we'll take a look at City Skyline. City Skyline is by many considered to be one of the best city building sims out there. I personally have around 100 hours clocked in this game and I got completely sucked into it. I loved the depth and how much variety there is and how organic the building part is. Forget about those grid-based sims from the early 2000s. In City Skylines you can build road networks that are truly organic and feel very similar to what we have in real life. My only problem was that the difficulty curve dropped off quite quickly and there wasn't much of a challenge nor goal after that. But the game is more about building cool cities than anything else, right? Nonetheless, City Skylines yet again shows the versatility offered by Unity and what you can create if you have the resources and knowledge. Outer Wilds is an open world mystery about a solar system trapped in an endless time loop. You explore different planets with very specific properties as you uncover the mystery of the solar system. I haven't personally played Outer Wilds just yet, but it is high on my to-do list. Unfortunately, I have already seen some making of documentaries and a few talks from the developers, so I kinda spoiled parts of the game for myself, but nevertheless, I'm really anxious to play this game. Outer Wilds features some pretty unique designs and required some genius work from the developers to solve. And again, it's impressive that this game was built in Unity considering its unique needs. As I don't want to spoil the game for you, I won't say anything specific about the game mechanics, but I will tell you that this game is impressive and it is very good marketing for Unity. Now, Cuphead isn't trying to be innovative or unique, but rather takes basic game concepts and executes them to perfection. It is clear where Cuphead's roots lie and what the game is trying to achieve. A punishing 2D platformer that builds on the fundamentals set by the likes of Super Mario World on the Super NES. Cuphead became infamous among YouTubers and streamers due to its intense difficulty and received critical acclaim from most reviewers. If you're a fan of old school platformers, you will love this game to bits. What really shines though with Cuphead is its unique art style, borrowing aesthetics from 30s cartoons. I've never seen this art style being so seamlessly transferred into a game. These outstanding visuals combined with the rich animation makes you really feel like you're inside a Disney cartoon. Cuphead spent almost 7 years in development and was the first game created by brothers Chad and Jared Moldenhauer, along with a small crew. Okay, while Hearthstone is nothing special in terms of rendering or game mechanics, it is among the first games to be developed in Unity by a major studio, really putting the engine on a high pedestal. While I'm personally no fan of Hearthstone, I feel like I should mention it since it has acquired a massive fan base and since its release in 2014 has kept people interested to this day. Hearthstone is an online card game that you can play on your phone, tablet, or computer. It was developed by Blizzard Entertainment and is part of the Warcraft franchise.
I can help you with that.
Totally Accurate Battle Simulator is, well, exactly that. It is a physics-based battle simulator. You have a range of soldiers to choose from, you place them out on the map, and then watch as the battle unfolds. While it reminds me a little bit of the Total War series, it is quite a unique concept, and the physics simulation is really impressive. And as a huge sucker for low-poly art, the art style of Tabs went straight to my heart. Tabs first saw the light of day during a week-long game jam in Sweden in 2016. A full version was released in 2019 on Steam and is very loved among the YouTube community. Oxygen Not Included is a space colony survival sim where your goal is to create a sustainable ecosystem inside an alien space rock. You need to pay attention to oxygen levels, temperature levels, food, waste, etc. while keeping your people happy. I haven't yet played Oxygen Not Included, but judging by the insanely positive reviews, I really should, and so should you. I really love these types of management games, so for me, it's pretty clear that I need to play this game. To end this list, I will quickly go through some honorable mentions and then some interesting games currently in development using Unity that you should keep your eyes on. Human Fall Flat became very popular due to its physics-based, unpredictable nature, played by big YouTubers such as PewDiePie and Jacksepticeye. Equally popular, we have the Untitled Goose Game, featuring some quirky humor and scaled-back graphics. Gris is a silent adventure without any dangers, letting the player explore a surreal, abstract world filled with unique and beautiful visuals. Beat Saber is hailed as the best VR game on the market by many players out there. It allows you to feel like Luke Skywalker while also getting a good workout while you play. Return of the Obra Dinn is a detective game developed by Lucas Pope, creator of Papers, Please from 2013. Inspired by DOS graphics, this game offers some truly unique murder mystery gameplay. Rimworld is a sci-fi colony sim driven by an AI storyteller. Your job is to grow and keep your colony alive against randomly generated events throughout the game. Pokemon Go is one of the most popular mobile games ever created and is of course powered by Unity. Ori and the Blind Forest is another Metroidvania focusing on fluid controls and stunning 2D visuals. It's a lot easier than Hollow Knight and provides around 10 hours of exploration and puzzle solving. Some upcoming games currently in development are In the Valley of Gods by Campo Santo, the developers of Firewatch. It's not clear what the game is exactly about, but it looks like we'll be exploring some ancient ruins in Egypt. Sign me up. And Hollow Knight Silksong, I can't wait for this game to be released. It's set to release in mid-2020 and you should really request days off from work the moment Team Cherry confirms a release date on this game. Ori and the Will of the Wisps is the sequel to Ori and the Blind Forest and is also coming in 2020 and is anticipated to offer much the same as its predecessor. I'm not as excited about the upcoming Ori as with Hollow Knight, but I will definitely play it in the hopes that they've improved on the previous game. Kerbal Space Program 2 is due to release in 2020. I'm not sure what they will add that wasn't already in the original game. I would love to see a more fleshed out campaign, but regardless, I'm keeping a close eye on this project. Since it was revealed in 2019, I expect KSP2 to push at least into 2021, so keep your expectations tempered. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you found some games that you might not have heard of, or maybe you were surprised that some of these were actually made in Unity. If you have a game that you really think deserves a spot on this list, don't be afraid to drop it in the comments. I might have completely missed it, and in that case, I would love to play it. Or maybe I simply just don't agree with you. If you like this video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye!